September 27th, 2000. It's around 3:30 in the afternoon in Paris. Inside a small but elegant bar on Rue d'Artois near the Champs-Élysées, several gunshots suddenly break the calm. A 54-year-old man collapses, riddled with bullets. His name is Francis Vanverberghe, better known as Francis the Belgian. With his death, a whole chapter of French organized crime comes to an end. A respected godfather, a feared gangster, heir to the French connection, Francis the Belgian embodied both the violence and the code of the Marseille underworld. Born on March 6, 1946, in the working-class district of la Belle de Mai in Marseille, Francis grew up in a modest family. His father, a former legionnaire of Flemish origin, gave him the nickname the Belgian. His mother, Herminia, came from Spanish roots in Algeria. As a teenager, Francis dreamed of becoming a professional footballer for Olympique de Marseille. But at 16, a serious knee injury shattered that dream. Frustrated, he drifted into petty crime. Car thefts, small robberies, and prostitution. By 1962, he faced his first arrest, and at just 18, he was jailed for aggravated pimping. That was the true beginning of his criminal path. During the 1970s, Francis built his reputation in the Marseille underworld. Charismatic yet ruthless, he moved from robberies to more profitable ventures, gambling, drugs, and prostitution. His ambition pushed him further into the heart of the French connection, the heroin network linking Marseille to the United States. There, he joined forces with major traffickers such as Laurent Fioconi and Jean-Claude Keller. Large-scale smuggling operations made him rich, powerful, and feared. By his early 20s, he was already listed by police as a beau mec, a gangster who mattered. Even from behind bars, Francis maintained control over his business. In prison, his influence only grew stronger. But in the criminal world, power always attracts conflict. In the early 1970s, Francis entered a deadly war with Gaëtan Tani Zampa, another Marseille godfather. Their feud erupted in blood, most notably during the infamous Tanagra bar shooting of 1973, where 3 of Zampa's men were killed. Amid this chaos, Francis forged a key alliance with Jacques Imbert, known as Jackie Le Mat. Older and wiser, Jackie became both a mentor and a partner. Together, they controlled the nightlife and territory around Aix-en-Provence, especially during what was called the nightclub wars. Their pact would become one of the strongest and most enduring alliances in the history of the French underworld. By the 1990s, Francis decided to leave Marseille. He handed part of his empire to Jackie Le Mat and moved to Paris, one of the few Marseille gangsters ever to succeed in the capital. Officially, he lived a quiet life, frequenting racetracks and private gaming clubs. Unofficially, he continued his underground business, slot machines, prostitution, and money laundering. On the day he was killed, he was carrying nearly 200,000 francs in cash, allegedly to buy winning betting slips at the PMU. His assassination remains unsolved to this day. Was it revenge from Marseille, a territorial war with Paris gangs, or a high-level contract ordered by the French mob itself? Tired of a godfather who had become too visible, no one ever found out. The death of Francis the Belgian didn't end the violence, it reignited it. 2 years later, in 2002, his nephews Francis Vanverberghe and Jean-Louis Morachino were shot dead near Marseille. One by one, his former allies and relatives disappeared, but his legend endured. Francis the Belgian remains one of the most iconic figures of French organized crime, discreet, elegant, methodical. A symbol of an era when Marseille ruled the criminal world, and when one rule prevailed above all others, the law of silence, Omerta.